Welcome students to the online class Standard 8th Subject Science. Lesson number 1, Living World and Classification of Microbes. Let's see the topic which we are going to cover in this slide. The first one is biodiversity and need of classification. Second one is biological classification. Third one is Robert Harding Whittaker. Fourth one is division of living organism. Let's see all of this topic one by one. So let's move with the first topic, which is nothing but biodiversity and needs of classification. So what do we mean by biodiversity? Biodiversity is nothing but the existence of a number of different kinds of animals and plants which together makes a good and healthy environment. It means that in the environment where we living beings live, like plant, animals and we human beings too, we adapt the environment in a healthy way, in a good way accordingly to maintain the healthiness of the environment. Even though it has been noticed that all living organisms on earth have adapted themselves according to the geographic region, the place where do they live, they have adapted the environment according to that. Even though the food which they eat, they have adapted the eating habit also according to the environment, and to protect themselves they have taken the help of defense accordingly the place where do they live. So biodiversity means that the organism where do they live, they adapt the environment, they adapt their surrounding accordingly. Students, already in the last class of yours, we have seen that or we have learned that all living organisms on earth have adapted according to the geographic regions, food ingestion, defense, etc. While adapting, many differences are observed in organisms of same species too. So students, as we know, our earth contains number of living organism on it, including the living organisms are present on the earth as well as on the sea. But according to 2011 census, around 87 millions of species of living organisms are found on earth, including land and sea. So in order to study such vast number of species or vast number of living organism, it is not possible to just count on our hand and make it out how much species or living organisms are present on the earth or land or sea. So there is a need of classification in order to identify all these species. Okay, that is why we classify the living organisms in different categories. So there is a need to classify the living organism for the identifying purpose. So to study such a vast number of living organisms, it was essential to divide them into groups. So groups and subgroups were created considering the similarities and differences among the living organism. So students, in the above slides I have explained you what do you mean by classification or why there is need of classification of living organism, because classification allows us to understand diversity better. It helps in the identification of living organisms as well as in understanding the diversity of living organisms. Classification helps us to learn about different kinds of plants and animals, their features, their similarities and their differences. So students, in order to understand the living organisms of different species, it is very much necessary to classify them into different categories so that we can understand the living organisms in a better way. So students, moving ahead with the next topic, which is nothing but biological classification. So biological classification is the process of dividing living organisms into groups and subgroups in order to understand and identify living organism in a better way. Moving ahead with our next topic, which is nothing but Robert Harding Whittaker. Robert Harding Whittaker was an American ecologist. He was a scientist who had proposed the classification of living organisms into 5 different kingdoms. It means that he had classified the living organisms into five different categories in order to understand, in order to learn the living organisms in better way. So students, scientist Whittaker proposed a 5 kingdom classification of living organism on basis of linear system of classification. Now what is linear system of classification? As I've explained you before that linear system is nothing but scientist Linnaeus was the one who invented binomial nomenclature. It means that he had described the way to name the living organism. So scientist Whittaker had followed that Linnaeus classification for classifying the living organism into 5 kingdoms, which is named as Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae and Animalia. So further in the next slide I am going to explain you these categories, how we are going to describe or how we are going to bifurcate the living organism into 5 categories. Students, let's begin with the classification of living organism, or can say 5 kingdom system of classification. Student, as I have explained you before, the classification of living organism was given by scientist Robert Harding Whittaker. He had classified the living organism into 5 different kingdoms so that we can identify them easily. So let's begin with the classification. As you can see, living organism is classified into 2 types. The first one is your prokaryotes and the other one is your eukaryotes. Now what do I mean by prokaryotes? Such an organism whose cell membrane is not well developed, comes under your prokaryotes. Now see, we know that each and every organism present on the earth are made up of cells. Some of the organism's body is made up of single cell and some of the organism's body is made up of multiple of cell. But anyhow, each and every organism's body is made up of cell. So those organisms whose cell membrane is not well developed comes under your prokaryote. Now what do I mean by cell membrane? As I've said you that each and every organism's body is made up of cell. So when I'm talking about cell, each and every cell consists of nucleus in between. Okay, each and every cell consists of nucleus in between. So this nucleus outer part, okay, the nucleus outer part is known as your cell membrane, So when this cell membrane is not well developed, in any of the organisms, then such an organism comes under your prokaryote. Okay student, so those organisms whose cell membrane is not well developed comes under prokaryotes. On the other hand, eukaryotes, the organism which comes under eukaryotes, their cell membrane is well developed. So further when we are going to see, prokaryote is further classified into unicellular and eukaryote is further classified into 2 categories, that is unicellular as well as multicellular. Now what do I mean by unicellular? Such an organisms whose body is made up of single cell. Such an organisms whose body is made up of single cells are known as unicellular organisms, or they come under unicellular. But on the other hand, eukaryotes consist of both unicellular as well as multicellular. It means that eukaryote consists of organisms those who are having single cell as well as organism whose body is made up of multiple of cell. It consists of both types of organism, unicellular as well as multicellular. Now again when we are coming into prokaryotes, under prokaryote, unicellular consists of kingdom 1 Monera. It is not the name of any plant, any animal or any kind of organism. It is a group under which the organisms are coming and it is named as kingdom 1 Monera. We will be studying about kingdom 1 Monera in detail in the next slide or in the next session. Further when we are coming on eukaryotes, under eukaryotes unicellular is further classified into kingdom 2 Protista. It is also the name of group under which the organisms come. Further, multicellular is classified into three types. The first one is kingdom 3 fungi, kingdom 4 plantae, and kingdom 5 animae. So fungi consist of cell wall, but this organism or this type of organism which comes under fungi can't perform photosynthesis. But kingdom 4 plantae consists of cell wall and can perform photosynthesis. Means that the organism which comes under kingdom plantae, they have cell wall and they can perform the process of photosynthesis. Kingdom 5 animae, they don't have cell wall and they can't perform any process. So this was the classification. This was the 5 kingdoms given by scientist Robert Harding Whittaker. He had classified living organism into 5 categories. The first one is your kingdom 1 Monera. The second one is your kingdom 2 Protista. The third one is your kingdom 3 fungi. Fourth one is your kingdom 4 plantae. And the fifth one is your kingdom 5 animae. So students, as we are going to study each of this kingdom, each of this category in detail in the next slide. Okay. And one more thing students, when it comes in your exam, when they are asking about you kingdom 1 Monera, so you should keep in your mind that it is, though it is unicellular organism, but it comes under your prokaryotes. And when they are asking about kingdom 2 Protista, though it is unicellular animal, but it comes under eukaryote. Why? What is the difference? Because prokaryotes organism cell membrane is not well developed, and eukaryotes organism cell membrane is well developed. So you should keep the difference between this both kingdoms, Monera and Protista. Thank you.